Okay, the forward stroke. The simple objective of the forward stroke is to have the most efficient and also the highest top-end speed for being able to push your boat straight forward or pull yourself straight forward. The faster you can paddle with your existing body power and strength, the more moves that you can make in a river, whether it's attainment up, whether it's get some speed to move through a hole, make a move, catch a wave, whatever it is. So the faster you are, the better it is for paddling. So where do you get this speed from? You get the speed from several areas. Number one, remember the rule that your body should lead every turn. Believe it or not, it even applies for the forward stroke. So we're going to go ahead this time, we're going to start with the body. The main reason for that is because it's the most complicated and takes the most time to learn. If you've ever started a lawnmower before, this is a good example for a good analogy for where you get the extra power from. If you ever started a lawnmower before, if you just reach forward and grab the handle and pull like this, you can only pull so hard. If you have a lawnmower that's hard to start, what are you going to do? You're going to stick your foot down on the lawnmower and you're going to turn your body like this. You're going to go, wah, wah, and crank that thing until it starts, right? Same thing with the forward stroke. By getting extra reach with your torso and winding your body up like a spring, boom, when you pull back, you've got the spring action in your body, as well as you've got extra reach and a longer stroke. So this is a key point when it comes to improving your speed and power. The other benefit of using your torso when you're pulling with the forward stroke is your torso muscles are very strong and larger muscles than just your arm muscles. So using the torso gives you a longer paddling day without getting as tired. So you can kind of spread the load between your torso and your arms. Okay, specifics. What does your head do? Well, your head looks at your target. Now, if you're making a slight turn to the left, well then of course your head is pointed actually where you're going, not where your bow's pointed. Remember that. What is your boat going to do? Let's do boat next. Your boat's going to stay flat. Once you start using torso, it's going to be difficult for you to use your torso and not rock the boat. To use your torso and keep the boat flat takes some skill and some practice. Remember, 4 things at once: head, body, paddle, and boat. All at the same time, but independently. That independent part is the tricky part when we start putting them together. Now your paddle. Your paddle's job is to push you or pull you straight forwards. So your objective is to eliminate as much yaw in the kayak as possible, and at the same time make sure that your blade is pulling you straight forward and not lifting you up or pulling you down. So what does that mean? It means your top hand, which is in charge of your blade angle, your top hand's job is to keep the blade as vertical as possible through as much of the stroke as you can. Now what is the distance of the stroke? Where do you put the stroke in? Where do you take it out? You put it in, otherwise known as the catch, up by your toes. Alright? So it goes in at your toes. Where does it come out? It comes out at the hip. Now could you pull back further? You can pull back further if you wanted to. Why don't we pull back further? Your objective with the forward stroke is to pull the boat forward in the power zone of your paddle stroke. If you pull too far back, your paddle angle is going to be like this and you're going to be pulling yourself down in the water. You lose a lot of efficiency and at the same time you increase the yaw of the boat. We want to avoid that. Okay, so what does it look like? I'm going to start off really slow moving forward to accentuate the torso rotation, boat staying flat. In at the toes, out at the hip. Check it out. In at the toes, out at the hip. In at the toes, out at the hip. And off we go. In at the toes, out at the hip. Notice my head is staying still, even though my torso is rotating 45 degrees each way. That's going to take a little bit of practice. Believe it or not, remember we did this in the beginning? You can do that, no problem. But as soon as you pick up your paddle and start doing your torso, you're going to have a hard time to avoid keeping your head stuck to your torso. You're going to have to break it free. Have it. So how do you think about this to get these 4 things going at once? Remember, you can't think of 4 at once, so let's think of one component at one time. Step 1, my recommendation is to think about your torso, getting your torso to rotate. Now, why do you want it with your torso? Because that's the hardest one. Here's how you get started and break your torso free from your body. Do this first. Swing your blades back and forth, and look down. Make sure that your torso is twisting at the waist, almost all the way down to the butt. How do you know when you're twisting? Your life jacket's going to be going back and forth against your spray skirt. Aha. This isn't twisting. This is at the waist. Alright, that's the first thing you look at. Now, start off nice and slow. Reach up to your toes. Make sure your body's rotated as far as it will go. Extend your arm. Now, what do you do with your top arm? Extend your top arm enough that your blade is almost vertical. Now, slowly pull back, unwinding your torso, and then winding it up the other way. Now, place in at your toes. Unwind nice and slow. So all you're watching is paddle position and torso first. Okay, now when that's starting to work, look up and keep your eye on a target. And when that starts working, look down at your boat and make sure your boat stays flat. And when that's working, you're off and running. And it's river running time. See you, folks.